My name is Paul LeMay. I'm from Barrie, Ontario, just about an hour north of Toronto. And I came here to the BioCare Hospital to receive treatment for borreliosis, which to many people is, they understand it as late-stage Lyme disease. Back in 1993, I had a serious, what I thought was a serious flu with stiffness, rash, and I went to a clinic, and the doctor said, just in case this is Lyme disease, I'm going to give you 2 weeks antibiotics. And whatever I had went away. I didn't know I had Lyme disease, but 20 years later, about 3 years ago, after some symptoms that were flaring up and some increased fatigue, I fairly suddenly came down with stiffness throughout my entire body and all my ligaments. It was really hit my knees hard and my shoulders hard at first, and gradually over the last 3 years, the symptoms have spread into the ligaments, like my jaw, my neck is stiff, my feet, my hands, everything, where all the connective tissue in my body is stiffened up. What I think has happened is borreliosis has settled in. I was diagnosed for that through a lab in the States for borreliosis. The other symptoms that I deal with are fatigue, and it comes sometimes with some brain fog as well. And I've also lost a lot of weight. I'm at 150 pounds now. I had been at 182. So I've lost a lot of weight, which is mostly the muscle that's become inactive because of the stiffness in my ligaments. I didn't know what to expect totally before coming, although I did do some research and a lot of reading. I spoke to the doctors here, and what ultimately I really appreciated was that the goal was to get the body on the right side of the problem. So help the immune system to do what it's supposed to do. And I appreciated the different therapies that were offered. I know many people with borreliosis have been helped by hyperthermia. I'd spoke to some specifically. And so knowing that the clinic offered that as one of the ways of treating it, that's what ultimately sort of brought me here. But it was the doctor's idea or purpose of trying to help the body do what it's supposed to do. Immediately after the hypertherapy treatment, I felt excellent elasticity throughout my ligaments in my body, which was really nice, even if it was just sort of short-lived at that 100% elasticity. I've had some stiffness come back, but it's not as bad as it was. So I am improved. And I mean, part of it could be, too, I've had a lot of muscle deterioration. So that could possibly improve. I would say that, I mean, for example, getting ready for this interview, getting dressed, I could put on my socks and shoes, which I haven't been able to do for several months, not without tremendous struggle. And I just put my socks and shoes on pretty easily. So that's really good. I've been on the treadmill, walking, jogging, and running some. So that's an improvement. As mentioned, I still do feel some stiffness in my hands, and a little bit still from time to time in my knees, but it's significantly improved from where I was. And I've gone from a person that slept quite a bit to finding it hard to sleep a little bit. So definitely some of the fatigue has dissipated too. So and I generally feel better. So I'm hoping that it keeps going that way, and the clinic's providing me with some instructions, some supplements, and they're going to be following up with me, and hopefully we can keep that going.